We're not only involved in the spiritual condition of the people, we are also playing our social role, social responsibility. Through our international partners, gain. For the 50 years, we have been able to contribute over $5 million through donations to the health services, medical supplies, and equipment to hospitals and clinics across the country. More than $5 million. Since the civil conflict, we have fed over 10 million people in orphanage homes, hospital, clinic, and individual. Over 3,000 people have benefited from safe drinking water through the distribution of bucket filter. Go to Wajaw, right on Bombay Highway, and ask them if what I'm saying is true. In 2 counties, over 500 people benefited from deep well. We dug well for them. Over 10 million people, 10 million students have benefited from schools items, including bag with copybooks, pen, and pencils. Over 2,000 farmers have also benefited from different varieties of seeds for resource generation for farming. So we're not only talking about the gospel, we are also meeting the needs of people. Some of the, I visited one hospital, and the director said, every time the light goes off, each time the light goes off, a baby is dead. Each time the light goes off. During the war, we were able to supply, I can almost say, GCM was the only organization that was having glove, nose mark, and were able to supply hospitals, clinic in this country, apart from the gospel. We want to look into the future for the next 10 years of ministry goals. The first thing we want to see to strengthen us, we want to build a movement of prayer. Without prayer, we are nothing. So what we intend to do is to mobilize 30,000 intercessors, 200 intercessors, 15 counties that will be praying the next 10 years. Not only mobilizing, but we also want to train 22,500 through our prayer curriculum. And we also want to see 1,500 prayer lighthouses. When we mean prayer lighthouses, we want to see how we can help men become the priest of the home. We want to train people, come alongside the church to take responsibility. The next 10 years, we want to decentralize the ministry. Right now, we are focusing right in Monserrado, even though we are working in all the 15 counties. But we want to see how we can decentralize our ministry. And one of the things that we do to make that very important or effective, we want to see an effective ministry collaboration. What does that mean? One, we want to see church and private church organization. We want to see how we can partner with the church. And that's why right now we are partnering with the Episcopal Church. And they are the partnership is so great. And many other churches, we are partnering with some churches. Just the last 2 or 3 years, we were able to buy 4 or 5 motorcycles that each of the motorcycles cost about $3,000 United States dollars. Yamaha. Now they pay. Yamaha to give it to the churches so that they can be able to do church planting. That is the one we want to see. Each of the motorcycles, Yamaha is cost about $3,000 plus. And we bought over 5 just for partnership. We look for the money. It's not that we don't have money. But because of our commitment, We seek partnership. We go around. We're not begging. We engage partners. We tell them that, hey, these are our partners. In fact, for the next 10 years, we are focusing on the Southeast. If you go to the Southeast, you know how almost the Southeast is being neglected. So we want a partnership with the churches. And the second thing we want to do, we want to see how we can, in our decentralization, we want to see how we can work with local government. I'm happy that the government is saying that they want to decentralize the government. So we want to see how we can work with local government and put into their hand the resources that God has given us, the medical. Over the years, we've been doing the distribution. We have to spend our own resources. We have to look for the car and transport these things, the medical. We carry to people. So this time I want to see if that works out with the decentralization. We want to see how we can work with those institutions to put these resources in their hand. But the only thing that is so challenging in Liberia, to get feedback is so difficult. I mean report. That's what I meant. So we have to get involved with decentralization. First, we work with the church and the parachurch organization, and of course, we'll work with the local administrative government. Lastly, in the next 10 years, we want to focus on sustainability. There's no staff in Great Commission movement right now, including the board. If you wake them up, you knock even the board chairperson, what is the focus right now? They will tell you, Manager, what is it? Sustainability, right? Also, yes, sustainability. That is the tune right now. We don't want to be designing our program, planning our program, then waiting for people to come and project and give all the resources. No, it doesn't work like that. So the next 10 years, we want to see GCM become sustainable. Does that mean we not get donor outside? No, that's not what I'm suggesting. We need partners. But we don't want people to control what we have planned. Sometimes you have a very good plan, very good strategic plan, but you don't have the resources. So we want to be sustainable. So what we're going to do is we develop a sustainable infrastructure that will enhance our financial capability. We draw the details. Then we equip and strengthen the capacity